Good evening, everyone. I would like to discuss with you the importance of being aware of club drugs. And my topic tonight will be the effects that club drugs has on college kids and high school kids. Club drugs are usually known as Molly, ecstasy, GHB, MADA, also Robinol, known as Robbies. This drug is found in clubs and raves, in dance halls, and in bars, where mostly college students frequent. This drug is cheap to buy, and they are very available on college campuses as well as in clubs. The effects on these drugs can be life-threatening if mixed with alcohol or other drugs. This come in a white crystal, or it could be in a capsule. It could be dissolved by mouth, or put in alcohol substance, which is could be known as the date rape drug. And the date rape drug is all of these drugs that I had just named. The females does not have a defense on these drugs because they don't remember who they was with the night before, and they don't know who they left with or how the drugs got in their system. And so we will be having classes and seminars on the date rape drugs to allow mostly females to go to clubs in fours and fives, and at least 3 people to go with you. When you go to the bathroom, you always take one of your partners to go along with you to make sure that you're safe. When you leave the club, bars, together, just as you came. And mostly these drugs can cause dizziness, nausea, amnesia, and it can be high blood pressure, and it could be effects on your breathing. These are also high school kids, like in the 10th and 9th grade. That's when they begin to take these drugs because they think they are very harmful to their systems after use. But they're not aware of them as they're doing it because all their friends are taking them, so they're thinking this drug is cool, it's a fad, it's something that everyone does, that's drinking and smoking marijuana. But these club drugs can be fatal, and it can cause young ladies to get raped in these clubs. And my take on the club drugs is that how do they get on college campuses? How do they get in high schools? What can prevent them? These are the things that your parents should be very aware of. So when you're at that age, they can inform you of these drugs. So when you go to school, you will be aware of them, and you can pick friends that you want to pick to be involved with and want to hang around. And my take on these is that watch your kids' behaviors, their behavior change, their attitude change. If they're not studying as they're supposed to be studying, eventually some drugs probably have been involved in their lives, and they are hanging with those on a certain set of youngsters that's not doing the positive things in school that they are supposed to be doing. And I feel that these clubs, bars, and dances should be monitored more carefully. So a lot of these kids does not attend school. This is their way of making a little extra side money. They can have jobs, but they'll sell these drugs because they'll think they are like over-the-counter drugs, and they don't believe these drugs can be harmful, which these drugs can become life-threatening. Ecstasy is a drug that is like a mood swings. Whatever mood you're in, that's how you respond to ecstasy. And this which it comes in a tablet, maybe $20, so it's really not that cheap as they're led to be. Molly is a new drug. It's a white powder form. It's crystal. It's easy to take. The swallow. It doesn't have no side effects. You get sedated and relaxed as you take this drug, and that's why so many students, female students, of course, can't get raped with this drug, or they do not consent to sex because they don't know who they're with, how they got to the place that they are, and they don't have no defense as far as how they got raped because of the amnesia effect. They don't really know what actually happened. And I would like to conclude my presentation just by saying this: stay away from alcohol, marijuana, as well as these drugs. These pills are not nothing to play with. These pills can be very dangerous, and they could alter your career as far as finishing high school and going to college. Because I know it's a mind-altering substance, and they're going to have you doing negative things instead of positive things. Because you want to dance, it enhances your dancing, and that's why you really would see a lot of kids, and they like to be rappers, they like to be dancers, and this drug enhances this. When actually it's harming the effect of your body psychologically. Psychologically, it's doing damage to your brain slowly over a period of time. And that is always the case with all mind-altering and mood-altering drugs. The club day drugs is one of these drugs that does the mind-altering, because this drug really, in the aspect, can cause seizures, brain damage, maybe 2-3 years down along the line after you have taken these drugs. It depends on how much of these drugs that you will take and what you get involved with and what you are taking. So please advise your kids to be aware of these drugs in school. It's all right to sit down and talk with them 2 or 3 times weekly just to see what they're doing, who they're involved with, to be aware at dances. We know they like to go out on Friday, Saturday nights to the dances, to the school dancing, to the events. But make sure that they go with their friends and that they leave with their friends, and everybody monitor everybody. This is a safer way of not to be involved with these drugs, and make sure these drugs are not put in none of their drinks, or they don't get mixed up with the wrong guys. Some of these guys can seem very nice, but they can be high off of these drugs, and they find ways to manipulate, and they will manipulate. And I'd like to thank y'all for listening. And this will be the conclusion of my presentation. And of course, in fact, there will be more drugs that will come along after these drugs will fade out. I would like to thank everyone for listening. Thank you.